It's that time of the week where I gather my thoughts and look to the next episode so I can write the description. I'm Shelly with the God's Goodness podcast, and this week I'm gathering my thoughts about the episode that I am titling The Splankna Breakthrough. There are so many things I can say about this episode. The guest I have on is Laura Milliken. You may know her. She talks a lot about emotions on TikTok, and she's really popular because a lot of people weren't taught about emotions. A lot of people were taught, you stuff the emotion. Shut your mouth or I'll give you something to cry about. Don't cry, it'll be okay. We're all familiar, or most of us are familiar with these, I would think. In this episode, we talk about Splankna. It's a Christian therapy. It's recently new, and everyone in my family has tried it at least once. I saw Laura's one video about her sharing her story about how she came into Splankna, and her son had a life-changing therapy session because of it. Her son used to have separation anxiety. With that therapy session, they were able to pinpoint why he had that. And he calls it his breakthrough. And he's never been the same since. So we have our subconscious mind and our conscious mind. And in our subconscious mind, it keeps track of all of our experiences, good or bad, and our body stores them. And sometimes it'll stuff them if we're not able to process an emotion. And when it's stuffed, sometimes it leads to behaviors that aren't ideal. Sometimes it can even lead to autoimmune disorders, and people have been known to be freed from those with Splankna therapy. So this can be life-changing for people. So we talk about that in the podcast. And Laura also has the Energy to Heal podcast. She started that with a total stranger. Well, they met during Splankna training, and they have the same mission. They want to get the word out about this Splankna therapy because it is life-changing. Her podcast is binge-worthy. It's really, really cool. They lay it out. It releases one a week like our podcast, and the stories in it are amazing. It's really cool what God can do with the Holy Spirit, and it's just really cool what he can do when we're willing to be used by him. So now I have to put this all in a description. So that'll be really interesting what I come up with. So stay tuned. And if you haven't listened to us, if you don't know where a podcast is, you can listen anywhere podcasts are released, whether it's Spotify, Pandora, Audible, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iTunes. The choice is yours. Tune in, take a listen, rate it, and don't forget to share it with a friend and enjoy.